Hi, and good evening, everyone. We've got an NBA Cup semifinal for you tonight in the East. And a ton is on the line. I'm Kevin Harlan here at the table with me. Let's see the stat sheet here for Jaylen Brown.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Pritchard and White are their guards. Brown out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Charlotte, the wingmen are Sexton and Miller. Plumlee out there with Williams. And it's Mann in at the 1. White the pass to Pritchard. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
Brown against Miller. Clock at 6. Here's Queta. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Love to see Brown facilitate out of the pick and roll, and I'm sure his coach feels the same way.
Shot on the wing. Good work there as it goes.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Brown feeling out a bit. Back to Pritchard. Hits the three-point bomb.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
On the wing, Mann. He's covered by Pritchard. Mann gets the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Down low. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And it's easy to see that Brown continues to develop as a playmaker. His work paying off.
Here's Mann, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Pass to Hauser. Now Brown, covered by Miller, to the middle. All sorts of time. Over to the wing. Here's Queta. Here's Brown. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry.
And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for Charlotte. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back to the second quarter. It's the Cup semifinal. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
They've got James. He's out there with Kneppel. And it's Peterson in at the 4. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Three-pointer, Simon. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets leading by 3. Charlotte moving it around. Here's James. And Charlotte again with the bucket. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value. Those smaller, scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, but perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Kevin, back over to you.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Pass to Hauser. Here's Brown. A three. Plumlee with the rebound. Here's Sexton. Drilled from 11 feet out. Sexton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Brown the pass to Pritchard. Here's the screen. Count that one. Pritchard's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen. And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Williams. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the night.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Charlotte. And a change for the Celtics. White's checked in. Brown wide open. He fires. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
From deep, Williams drills it from outside. Williams has got the lead back up to 10 now for Charlotte.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Charlotte going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Checking out the Celtics, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. They've got to tinker with the team until they find that championship recipe.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Celtics.
Let me start out by saying, if you make it here, like both these teams have, the whole league and NBA fan base is checking you out, and I know what the feeling is like.
You know, Shaq, I think I need more Shaqronyms in my life. How about OFC? You know what that is, big fella? Okra and fried chicken.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And halftime is come and gone, and the second half of the NBA Cup semifinal is here. Brandon Miller really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
On the court right now for the Celtics. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Cada in at the 5 down low. Shot clock at 5. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Man gets the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out. You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And, Richard, I'll say this. Jaylen Brown's often at the heart of a debate about what his true value is. I think it's immense.
Oh, I don't know what the debate is. I don't know the difference between megastar, superstar, but he is a proven all-star, an all-NBA player, and a finals MVP.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
You look at Miller, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Knipples checked in for Sexton. And the Celtics also making a change. Einad's checked in. Hornets leading by 14. The 9-foot shot. Again, the Hornets score.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. And Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Miller, that's for 2, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Miller's got 10 points.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Here's Plumlee. No good from the wing.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
To the left wing. Takes a 3. Knipple, no good. Outside, White. Lets a floater go. That one goes in. White's got 6 here in this quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hornets lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Final quarter. It's the Cup semifinal. One of these teams so close to getting into that championship game. The wingmen are Sexton and Miller. Williams is out there with Plumlee, and it's Man in at the point. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Brown outside. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
On the wing, Man. He's covered by Pritchard.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Jaylen Brown. The long shot, no good. Charlotte leading by 16. Williams outside. Miller. Another chance. And he figures it out with the lay-in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 18. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now White. And he banks the layup in.
Those assist numbers from Brown have continued to creep up.
Charlotte has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And they pick up the two.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Charlotte.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
Oh, what an assist! Leading him to the bucket. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Yeah, count it.
They made the most of their opportunities looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
Here's Miller. Let's lose a three. It's off target. White fires. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Puts one up from 19. Doesn't get that one. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They've moved their way through the east side of the bracket and are headed for the final game of the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just one game. Winner takes all. You know they're going to be bringing that competitive fire. They want to be the ones hoisting that cup.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.